Hello. I know that this video took a long time to get made, but really sorry about that, so here it is now. I'm going to be showing you guys how to remove the music and the background audio from Manhunt 2 so that you can record the sounds of the executions without any of the background noise, and just isolate it to just the parts that you want. So the first thing that we're going to do is I'm going to open up my files right here, and this is the file folder for Manhunt 2's game files right here. And so this is the game files. You click on this, and some of this stuff is from some mods that I have installed. You can just ignore those. The important thing is right here. This is the audio folder. And the audio folder is going to have all of the music in it. So when you open this up and you click on PC, you're going to see this folder here called Music. And what's in here is what appears to just be a bunch of nonsense, but it actually isn't. And so the thing about Manhunt 2 is that all of these folders are named after levels in the game files, so each level has its own music folder assigned to it. So what we need to do is remove the audio folder that's assigned to be the music folder for whatever level we're playing in the game. And the key to figuring out which level is which is by looking at the names. And so what we're going to do right here is, if you look at this, I've made a list of all these levels, all the levels in the game, and all their names. And so the levels aren't in order, so you would think you could maybe just count the levels and find whichever level is level 6 or 7 or whatever, but these are actually not in the correct order. And so I have reordered them to be in the correct order. The first level is actually correct. Awakening is A01 _ Escape Asylum. Only the first part of that name is shown here in the name of the file, but I don't know why. So just we have A01 _ SK, and we have A01 _ SK, and then you can figure it out from there. And honestly, all you really need is the A01 part, because that is the really important part, is the code for that particular level. So same for ghosts. We have A02, and A02 _ the _ is short for A02 _ the _ old _ house. So the first two levels are in the correct order, but then it starts to get a little bit mixed up. So Sexual Deviance is the third level, and it's actually going to be the fourth one of these. It's A04 _ SM _ N, and that's short for SM Nightclub. And so you can basically just go through this list that I have here. You can either find this list online, or you can, just take a screenshot of this or whatever you need to do. Because there's other places that you can find this online, this list that I've created here. And so what you're going to want to do is remove all of the audio folders for whatever level. So if, say, we're doing Sexual Deviance, then we would look over here and we find Sexual Deviance, and we see that is A04 SM _ Nightclub, and this is the one that matches that description. So we're going to remove the audio for that, but we need somewhere to put them because we don't want to like lose the music audio, because if we just delete it, then it'll be gone forever. So we're going to go ahead and create a new folder on our desktop or wherever you want to put it, and it doesn't really matter what you call it, but I'm just going to call it Manhunt 2 Music Backups. And I'm just going to drag this and drop it into that. And so now it is no longer in the music directory in the game's memory. And you can do this for as many levels as you want. You can take all of these and just put them right in there, and it will remove all of the audio from those levels. Now, what you don't want to do is remove this jump ATA and front end. You want to leave these alone, so don't mess with those. Only take out the ones that have the A16, A15, and like all the codes, all the ones that are associated to a level. And so you can just drag all of those and put them in there. And then when you're ready to go back to having the normal audio for the game and you want to put the music back in, then it's really simple. All you got to do is just drag all of these back in there and let it load, and then bam, there you go. It's all back to normal, and everything should be functioning normally. In theory, I think you could remove these, but I don't exactly know what they do, and anytime that I have removed them, I've noticed problems with the game, so I just suggest that you just leave those alone. I'm by no means like a programmer, so I can't really say for certain how to mess with those, but this technique will allow you to take all the music, which is the majority of the background noise in the game, and remove it temporarily without breaking anything. So once we do that, all we're gonna do is we're gonna start the game. So I'm just gonna go back to here, and I'm gonna go down and I'm gonna click on the game and start it up, and I'm going to show you what has changed. So we're going to start up this first level and skip the cutscene. And right off the bat, as you can see, the cutscene, the in-game cutscene that plays is unchanged. Everything is still the same there, and but the music and the alarms and things that are normally in the background are not here, and so it's pretty quiet. But there are some things that you're gonna see that do still have sounds. So like this guy who's like banging on the bars here, that's like a dynamic sound effect that's not tied to the game's music in any way, so that still plays like normal. And so there are some like locations that are going to be still not completely silent. So when you're recording the execution audio, you do have to be a little bit concerned about where you are, because certain things can still get in the background of your recording. So like NPC dialogue from the enemies is still going to play like normal. And so if you're in the middle of killing one person and one of his buddies is talking off in the distance somewhere, then you might end up recording that by accident. And then the same applies to certain sound effects and things.
I still got it. They didn't see a thing.
But that being said, this makes it a lot quieter and easier to record clean audio for the executions in the game, because it removes like 90% of the background noise, because normally there would be alarms blaring and there would be all sorts of like screaming and yelling and ambient audio and like all sorts of things. So we got rid of most of that stuff. Alright, so this is another example of something that is like dynamic, like sound effects that are programmed directly into the level and aren't tied to the game's music, because if I'm standing next to this this alarm right here, then it's gonna be blaring, and so that is still going to be potentially a problem if I'm trying to record near that. So you got to be conscious of some of those things and just try to record the kills in places where those things aren't going to be in the background, or if you do record a little bit of something in the background, then it's not the end of the world, but just try to keep it to a minimum, and you can greatly improve the quality of your sound effects.
Hide in the shadows. These guys are vicious, remember? If that guy lives, we're dead.
Yeah, so the sound of the elevator is still here, and the sounds being made by those NPCs fighting over there are still going to be present, and things like that, but in some areas it is going to be almost completely silent, if not 100% silent, and that really helps. Alright, and just to prove to you that it does work, I'm going to show you that when I put the audio files back into the game, it's all going to work like normal. Just go like that. Alright, there we go.
Don't let these crazies spot you. Move into the shadow. They can't see you in the darkness. Move when their backs are turned. I'm gonna piss on your corpse! Make a noise, they'll hear you. How are we gonna survive this if you can't see? Scout ahead, get your head straight and don't let these.
Yeah, so as you can see, all the audio from the game is back. All the normal ambience with the blaring sirens and the banging and crashing noises in the background and the steam spurting out of the pipes and all the traditional ambient sound effects that are tied to the music are all back, and so the game is basically just back to normal.
We might need that syringe. This guy stands between you and freedom. If he sees you, he will kill you, understand? Waste him.
But he's a nurse. He'll help me. This is insane.
Go on, try it. See how it feels to own a life.
Do it before it's too late.
What? No, I can't. It was
Killed him.
Go find some first aid. Patch yourself up.
Alright, and there you go.
These guys are vicious.
That's how it's done.
That guy
It
lives.
really is just as simple as that. Removing the audio files for the music, and then recording your gameplay is really all it takes. And so if you only want to remove one of the music files for a specific level, then you can do that. Or you can remove all of them if you want. It really doesn't matter. When I do it, I typically just remove all of them, so then no matter what level I'm playing, I can record the audio without worrying about the music. And then once I'm done recording, I just put everything back. So that's how it's done. I hope that this helps you. If you have any questions, then please, by all means, leave a comment, and I can either help you personally, or if something about this video doesn't make sense and I need to explain it a little simpler, then I can always make another video, I guess. But that's pretty much it. So see you guys later.